I have reviewed not the entirety of the files, so I have...
You haven't reviewed all of the Epstein files?
Personally, no.
You're the director of the FBI. This is the largest sex trafficking case the FBI has ever been a part of. Buck stops at the top, and your testimony today is you have not reviewed all the files.
What I've been doing is been busy providing the safest country this country has seen in modern U.S. history in historic speed, because the men and women of the FBI are given the resources to reduce the homicide rate, to reduce the drug trafficking rate, to reduce the amount of children that are being trafficked and the number of pedophiles.
It sounds like those children being trafficked would appreciate the director reviewing the files. You said you don't know the number of times Trump's name appears in the files, so it could at least be 1,000 times. Is that right?
The number is a total misleading factor. We have not released
number at least
anyone's
be 1,000
name
times?
we have not released anyone's
Could it
name in
at
the
least
Epstein
be 1,000
files that
times?
has not been credible.
Director, could it at
We have
least be 1,000
released
times?
every piece of legally permissible information.
Okay,
you can
so-
characterize the numbers however you want it.
Reclaiming my time, Director. It sounds like if you don't know the number, it could at least be 1,000 times. Which
It's not.
leads me-
It's not.
Is it at least 500 times?
No.
Is it at least 100 times?
No.
Then what's the number?
I don't know the number, but it's not that.
Do you think it might be your job to know the number?
My job is to provide for the safety and security of this country. My job is not to engage in political
And that
innuendo
includes protecting
so you can
sexual
go out to the
assault
sticks and get your 20-second hit in your fundraising
reclaiming my
article.
time,
But
Director.
keep going, reclaiming your time, because the
Director,
people of California
If
are being underserved by your
If the
representation.
president is not implicated, why not release everything that involves him?
We have released everything, the president and anyone else's side, that is credible and lawfully be able to be released. Your fixation on this matter and baseless accusations that I'm hiding
also
child
Mr. Massey's
pedophiles is disgusting.
interest.
Anyone that says that needs to look at the stats alone. And go back to the state of California, who's receiving the biggest surge in
So,
FBI resources through
Director-
my redeployment, because the cities of Los Angeles, San Diego, and San
Reclaiming
Francisco
my time,
need it.
Director. Remembering your oath to tell the truth, did you ever tell Donald Trump his name is in the files?
I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
Did you ever tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions about the entirety of the Epstein files and the reviews conducted by our team.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in
It's
the
a simple
attorney's
question.
file.
Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed
The question is
painstakingly
simple.
who
Did you
can
tell
be-
the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out if
Yes
you're
or
going to mock
no,
me?
Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No? A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F?
it
Don't wanna
sounds
do
like
it?
you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your
Director,
constituency
did
by
you tell the
focusing on
Attorney
reducing
General
violent
that Donald
crime in this
Trump's name-
country and the number of pedophiles that
Director,
are legally
reclaiming
harbored
my time,
in your
Director.
sanctuary cities in
Director,
California?
reclaiming
I'll
my
work with
time.
you on that.
Regular
Do you
order,
wanna
Mr.
work with us
Chairman.
on that?
Director,
I'm
reclaiming
the
my
lawless
time.
gentleman from California.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or
Question
no?
has been asked and answered.
You've not answered it, and we will take your evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt. Director, did Donald Trump ever say to you, just find and release the entire truth? Don't worry if I'm in it?
The instructions from the administration were to release all credible information, and we have done that.
Did Donald Trump ever provide information about Jeffrey Epstein as an informant?
Donald Trump has not been, and I can only speak for the FBI, an informant of the FBI.
So, Director, you've played this cute shell game where you say you can't release everything because the court has said that it legally is not allowed to be released, but the court calls bullshit. Judge Richard Berman said that when you went to the court, quote, information contained in the Epstein grand jury transcripts pales in comparison to Epstein investigation information and materials in the hands of the Department of Justice. So let's move on, Director. You wrote a book called Government Gangsters. You identified 20 individuals in that book. You put me on that list at the top of the list. Thank you. My children find it flattering. 20 of those individuals have been investigated or have had adverse actions. Director, considering that you have identified these people as, quote, government gangsters, will you recuse yourself from making any investigation decisions about these individuals?
Anyone that has been terminated at the FBI has been done so
the
because
question
they failed
again.
to meet the muster in
Director,
their constitutional
I will
obligation.
work on the audio-visual capabilities.
I'm
of
going to
folks. I
borrow
don't
your
think you can hear me.
terminology and call
I'm reclaiming
bullshit
my
on your
time.
entire career in
I'm
Congress.
reclaiming my
It
time,
has been
Director.
a disgrace to the American
Director,
people.
I'm reclaiming my time.
You can reclaim your
Will you
time all
recuse
you
yourself?
want.
Mr. Chairman, you're going to allow a witness to speak this way? Mr. Chairman, would you
You'll
give...
recuse yourself, Director.
The gentleman has no time to
Mr. Chairman, would you
recuse.
admonish the
Point of-
witness not to insult members?
The gentleman has no time.
Mr. Chairman,
The
just...
committee will remember.
Quick point of order. Could the gentleman be extended an additional 20 seconds to complete his thoughts, since the witness decided to interrupt him continuously?
And the witness will be able to respond if he wants. We'll make sure
Thank
he
you.
has time to do that.
My question
We'll
is,
continue.
will you, Director, recuse yourself, yes or no, from investigating or making decisions about the 60 individuals, including myself, that you identified as government gangsters? Yes or no?
Time of the gentleman has expired. The
No.
witness may respond if he would like.
And the answer was no, as I heard.
Correct.
Okay. The gentleman.
Imagine watching a split-screen broadcast where two anchors are reading entirely different teleprompters.
Right, and they're performing for completely different audiences.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yet somehow, they are yelling at each other in the exact same room.
It's wild.
It is. And that is the dynamic we are unpacking today with a highly charged congressional transcript between Representative Eric Swalwell and FBI Director Kash Patel.
And this all revolves around the Epstein files, right?
It does. But before we jump in, we need to establish some ground rules for you listening. Because the political tension in this source is, well, it's boiling on both sides.
Oh, absolutely.
So we are not taking sides or endorsing any viewpoints. We are merely acting as guides to report exactly what was said in the room.
Right, peeling away the partisan framing. Because this transcript begins with a really core dispute over the facts, like what is actually in the Epstein files and who has reviewed them.
Yeah, and the baseline fact that kicks this whole thing off is pretty staggering. The FBI director admits he hasn't personally read the entirety of the Epstein files.
Which is, I mean, hearing that out loud is surprising.
Right. I have to push back on how that's even structurally possible. If you are the head of the agency handling one of the most high-profile investigations in a generation,
Yeah.
isn't that like a CEO not reading the most critical audit of their own company? Like, the buck has to stop at the top, doesn't it?
You would assume so, definitely. But Patel defends this by pointing to a completely different set of metrics.
Okay, like what?
He argues his main focus is national safety. He justifies not reading every single page by citing his work lowering homicide rates
Oh, okay.
and, disrupting drug trafficking. He's making this argument that his time is better spent directing resources rather than doing granular file reviews.
I guess that makes sense structurally, but the granular details are exactly what the committee wants. Swalwell actually tries to pin him down specifically on Donald Trump's name.
Oh, he goes right for the numbers game.
It really does. He asks if Trump's name appears, 1,000 times, or maybe 500, 100.
And Patel denies those specific numbers.
Yeah, but then he admits he actually doesn't know the exact count.
Right.
He calls it a misleading factor and insists the agency only releases credible information.
Which naturally erupts into this huge fight over who was briefed about the files.
Totally. The tension just shifts from the files themselves to the chain of command. Swalwell demands a simple yes or no. He wants to know if Patel told the Attorney General that Trump's name was in the files.
And Patel completely evades that.
Completely. He doesn't say yes or no. He pivots entirely to attacking Swalwell's representation of his California constituency.
Wait, he brings up sanctuary cities, doesn't he?
Yes. And I get dodging a tough question, but how does bringing up local immigration policy have anything to do with an FBI briefing on Epstein?
It doesn't. Not logically, anyway. But Swalwell just gets fed up with it.
Oh, the decorum totally breaks down here. Swalwell brings up Judge Richard Berman, stating the withheld DOJ materials pale in comparison to the public transcripts.
Right.
And then Swalwell literally calls bullshit on Patel's legal excuses.
And the response from Patel is instantaneous. He fires back using the exact same profanity.
Yes, he does.
He uses it to call Swalwell's entire congressional career a disgrace.
The formal structure of the hearing just evaporates.
Mm-hmm.
But this fierce personal hostility, it feels too specific to just be a spontaneous reaction.
Because it is. The groundwork for this was laid long before this hearing.
Right. Which brings us to Patel's book, Government Gangsters. Swalwell notes that he is actually on a target list of about 60 individuals in that book.
Which is a massive conflict of interest.
Exactly. I mean, how can any investigator objectively handle a case involving someone they've publicly labeled a government gangster?
Well, Swalwell uses that to ask the ultimate question. He asks, point blank, if Patel will recuse himself from investigating the individuals named in his book.
And Patel's definitive answer is just no.
No hesitation, just no.
It's wild, which is why digging into this matters for you. This transcript offers such a raw, unfiltered look at modern congressional oversight.
It really shows what happens when legal transparency hits a wall of personal and political animosity.
Exactly. So I want to leave you with this provocative thought to chew on.
Yeah.
If the leaders of top law enforcement agencies and the lawmakers meant to oversee them are locked in open, documented hostility,
Yeah.
how can the public ever fully trust the objectivity of the investigations they produce?